All right. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, great, great, great. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes.
All right, great. And I think we can start now because we are 2 minutes behind schedule. So
Yeah.
can we start now? And
Yeah,
I
let's
would like
start.
you guys to kind of make a retreat of the space so your community can kind of know that we have started because I can't really see the retweets about it. Did you get me?
Yeah. Um, yeah, please, everyone, show some excitement. I really like excitement in the channel, and also share the space with others in your group. Let's make it a big one.
All right, guys. Make sure to tag a friend. Make sure to retweet the space because we would be having a giveaway for the active participant. So I would like you throughout the course of this AMA to maybe send in some emojis, just flash something, just get the space engaging. So can we start now?
Let's see. I mean, let's see how many people are here. I'm not sure if I'm excited yet. I need more people. Let's
All right. Let's give it.
right?
Let's give it. Yep. Let's give it. Maybe 2 more minutes, and
Yeah.
so more participants can join in. So in the
Yes.
meantime, guys, everyone, I would like you to tag a friend. I see all of you. I see you, Sam. I see you, um, Black. Oh, I see you, Black. So I see everyone. Please make sure to send. I see you, Lord Chirod. I see you, Stella. I see you, Striker Dow. So please make sure to send to tag a friend, cause I mean it's a really exciting section today.
Yes, yes, I see some. Originally from Turkey. I see Tolga. Tolga, yeah, I expect you to bring some Turkish folks into the channel. I see some other folks. I see Deviko, Janet. I'm only gonna name the ones that are just showing a thumbs up or some excitement. Please, Bull Run, Maggie, Striker, you're back. I love it. Fig and Lord, my Lord, he's here. Diana, Jackson, Danu, Stella, Oblak. Oh my God, the team group is going crazy. So let's make this one a big one. We have a lot to share about Move Network. There's a lot to learn. Also, we have some giveaways. Yeah, I'm excited.
Definitely, definitely. So I think we can start now, and during the course of the AMA, more participants will join in. Is that fine?
That sounds great. That sounds great. Let's do it.
All right, great. And can we start off by you introducing yourself and your team member so I can maybe address you by your name throughout the course of the AMA?
Hmm. Yes. So my name is Bülent, Bülent. Uh, I am I'm originally from Turkey, but I live in the United States for almost 2 decades. And my background isn't actually in technical, so I'm a computer science technical, very technical person. But I do business also, right now as a CEO of Move Network. And I like to keep things minimalist and simple. So I keep the team simple. We have a very heavy development focused team. We're a total of 6 people right now, and 4 of us are engineers. I also do the business side. We have a marketer and a designer, and the business and the marketer and all is just to support the ecosystem, to support the development of the company. And we're working really hard to get the project finished to at least to DevNet right now. And then marketing is just helping us with the different ecosystems and designers. Our design is fantastic. So he has over 5 years of crypto design experience, and his first draft is our website right now. If you go to move.network, that's just the first draft. It's beautiful. I can't he already has a second version, and he's going to have a third version by the end of the year. So very excited, very talented guy. The marketing guy managed over 10 accounts, 10 social media accounts in the past, parallel. So he's super super talented. Our development team is like, principal engineers, like senior engineers, principal engineers, like have like over 9 years of experience in the crypto space, a long time in crypto space. So very, very talented team. So everyone's like quite excited. We have a bit of an investment to keep the team going. I don't want to disclose the amount because we're still raising, and so like the team is continuing. Everyone's pretty happy, so we're very excited.
That's really, really amazing. I mean, 9 years is quite a long time. So, I mean, the team is really experienced from what you've said. Now, I'm moving to the next. And sorry, I didn't really catch the name. You said Bilad or Black. I didn't really catch the name.
My name?
Yep.
My name is Bülent. Bülent.
Oh, Bilad.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
That's great. That's great.
yeah. I'll
And now moving, oh yeah, moving
I
to the next
yeah.
question I have. So the AMA would be in two sections. The first would be the introductory section where I get to ask you a set of questions which I have, and the next section would be the community life segments. And now going from the first section, which is the introductory section. So
Mhm.
the first question which I have is, what is Move Network all about, and what actually inspired its creation?
Yeah. So yeah, I we actually there's a story behind the existence of Move Network, and so Move Network. I'll just say what's Move Network. Move Network is a layer two blockchain that runs Move smart contracts on Ethereum. Excuse me. The settlement actually happens on Ethereum. The security is handled by Ethereum, and then the because of that, you use typical Ethereum tools like MetaMask or like typical Ethereum wallets. You don't download a new wallet. You don't download a new tool. It's a typical Ethereum system. But everything behind the users will not know that it's not an Ethereum system blockchain. It's people will be like, oh yeah, this is an Ethereum blockchain, but the developers will know that this is a Move blockchain, and that allows people to build very secure projects because Move is proven to be a lot more secure than other smart contract languages, and not only because of the language, but also the way it works. The resource management, resource allocation, resource management is done more secure. So we bring basically the Move security onto Ethereum directly without changing Ethereum, without by making it super easy to use. The story of it is actually so I've been involved with Michael and I have been involved in like the Move ecosystem for about 2 years, and during this time we were like thinking about like this is great, but like Ethereum is big, should be on Ethereum, but like, how? We had no idea how to do that, but later we kind of built a few projects. Let's build some stuff on Move, and we started building a few things. And then doing that, once we like launched our projects before, and we started talking to people, developers or from different ecosystems, and I realized that there's a huge need and impact for bringing the Move smart contracts, Move developers onto Ethereum. People basically told me directly, "Hey, I'd like to build and Move, but I want to be on Ethereum. Okay, how do you do that?" So when the people request it, you're like, you know what? There's some impact here, and I see some loves here in the channel. So this was kind of requested by people, and we're just building it for them. And we did different experimentation, different ways of building it. It evolved, and we finally settled on this structure, this way of like our software architecture, blockchain architecture, and we're very excited about the future of it. I see some excitement in the channel. Sam, yes. So, yeah, so that's pretty much the story of our blockchain. That's how we started. Um, and yeah, there are details here, but It's kind of a 2-year journey for us, but we can talk about them. Hey, North, did I lose you or are you still there? Hey, North, are you still there? Is the problem on my side or your side? I think he's having some technical issues, but he'll be back soon. But let's just show some excitement in the channel so that when he comes, yeah, he's coming in. Yeah, he just messaged me. He says he's coming in. Let's just surprise him with some love on the channel. Let's show some loves, thumbs up, and 100%. Yes. So when he comes, he's gonna be shocked by what's to see what is happening. Yeah, yeah. So our team member Martin said that like everyone can hear me, but we lost him. He also said that too. So he'll be back. So I'll probably talk. I can talk about a few of the journey, how we came to this project. And then he's just gonna kind of I think it's gonna be his next question. But when he joins, I want to request it again. I want everyone to like show a lot of like love to surprise him. So we basically chose our project to build optimistic rollup because we actually have started with ZK rollup, and then we switched to hey, okay, let's show some love, everyone. Let's surprise him a little bit. I think he's back in. Hey, North, can you hear me? Hey, North, can you hear me? Yes, a lot of excitement. Let's be a little patient, guys. Let's give him a minute. I can run the AMA. If things kind of don't work out, just fine. We can continue, no problem. But let's wait for him like on the tech guy side. He gets things sorted out.
Oh, great. Can you hear me now?
Now I do.
Oh, sorry about that. I mean, X really kicked me, really kicked me out. Great. So I think we had the first where you talked about um, the inspiration about the motivation about its creation. Now I think let's move to the next question which I have. And guys, remember our guest would be picking participants to ask their question. So I mean, he would definitely be picking those who he has seen active. So this is your chance to react, send in the reaction, send in the request. Just keep reacting so our guest sees you. Now, moving to the next question. Can you tell us about the transition from optimistic rollup to ZK rollup on the OP stack, and why did you guys actually make this transition?
Yes. Yeah. Very good question because this took us I would say about like 6 months to go through. We iterated and actually did like 4 iterations to get to this point. And I think we were finally like settled and then be like, okay, this is the right solution. So we wanted to have so move language is a very good fit for ZK computation actually implementation ZK implementation. So what we wanted to do is like, you know what, we'll say like let's let's just build for the future and build in with ZK. And ZK provides a really fast finality. And so we started building that, and we actually have a ZK move version working. To be honest, it actually started to work, and we have a blockchain that works. But we showed it to people, and then there was just a lot of problems. The transactions were taking in like 3 to 5 minutes. And we said, okay, well, we can improve it, make it like 1 or 2 minutes, but still, like, you can't wait for one transaction for 1 minute. That's just ridiculous. And a lot of tools in ZK were, not mature, like they were in beta a lot of times. So that was another problem. And so another thing that changed along this time is that the Denkun update on Ethereum happened. Denkun is basically the optimism uses like storage on Ethereum to keep the transactions, like order of transactions. So in order to do that, optimism pays money, pays fees to Ethereum to keep the data. Because these layer 2 solutions become very popular, um, Ethereum came out with a new update lowering the cost of storage by creating a new type of storage, which is temporary storage. And Optimism doesn't need the transactions to be stored like full time, like forever. It just needs it for 1 week, and just for the settlement. And so what happened was this: Ethereum came up with like 1 month, like 30-day data storage solution, and that lowered the cost of transactions way down. And so optimistic rollups became really powerful and strong again. And optimistic OP stack, we looked into it, and it was just mainnet ready. And then there's this super chain with interoperability happening within the optimistic rollup and other optimistic chains. So we say, you know what, we can't start optimistic, and then realize, like, people don't care about the technology. People want move language contracts on Ethereum. That was the motivation for us in the beginning. So we kind of uh, went back to our roots and then rethought about it and then kind of build it this way. And then we decided to kind of bring in ZK later, and then ZK has its advantages for us. Let's build our blockchain. Let's provide the value to people. We decided, and then bring in the ZK and take advantage of the value, the advantages afterwards. So that's the kind of the strategy. We kind of reversed our kind of plan a little bit, and this works out really well for us because we're very close to launching, and it's going to work out really well for us and for also in our ecosystem. Yeah, we're very excited about that.
Really, really, really amazing. I mean, I totally love this. I'm loving this. So kudos to the
Yeah.
team. Kudos to the team. Now I'm moving to the next question which I have, which is my fourth question. And can you tell us about the security of your network? That is the Move network.
Yeah. So for security, we actually claim to be the most secure layer 2 blockchain on Ethereum, and we don't just mean it. We actually are building it. The security um, comes mainly from, I would say, mainly from the Move architecture, Move development architecture. So Move language has a lot of kind of security features built in on the language level, but also the way it works, the resource management level. So the resources like are protected for accounts instead of like giving out for the whole smart contract. Let's say one smart contract gets like exploited and has a problem. Well, in Solidity, that account, some exploiter can basically drain everything from the smart contract, because the smart contract owns all the resources, all the assets, all their NFTs, let's say, are in the same smart contract. Well, if someone accesses the smart contract and a bad actor, they can just drain it. But that's not how it works in Move. So basically the NFTs or assets are in the accounts. They're not on the smart contract. Smart contract just facilitates, orchestrates the exchange. So like, let's say the smart contract is exploited. Well, you can't access someone's NFT because it's in their account. You have to get to their account, the wallet, to access it. So that eliminates the resource like access resource drainage problem. Another thing is like smart the type safety of so move has this like technical term like type safety, which allows you kind of protect for like different assets and different tokens. So for instance, like let's say in Ethereum, let's say you made a typo in the address you're sending. You know how many times like you feel very nervous when you like copy someone's address and you put it there, and you make sure everything is right, because if you copy it wrong, that money is gone, that asset is gone, and no one can access it because there's no wallet for that address if you type it wrong. But Move doesn't allow that. Move says, hey, this type, that access, that type need to exist, and that account needs to be able to accept. So like this, it's built into the language to be able to like send tokens without losing them. So if you type it wrong, it'll just fail basically. This has nothing to do with the developer. The developer doesn't need to check anything. It's automatically checked. So these little things. And then the other thing is like, Move has upgradability. Let's say you found a problem in your contract. Well, you can upgrade it basically. So let's say you want to like check your, do like auditing for your code. Well, Move has a verifier. You can verifier. You can verify your code is like going to work correctly. So there's a lot of like built-in security features into Move, and then the account system and other things. And the other thing I want to say is like, aside from Move, why is it secure? Well, where the settlement happens on Ethereum, we rely on Ethereum security. As long as you trust Ethereum, you can trust Move Network basically at the minimum. You don't need to trust Move Network directly. If you trust Ethereum, you can trust Move Network because the safe security and the settlement happens on Ethereum. So it's kind of a guarantee there. So yeah, we're basically rely on these secure, safe systems, and then we can build on top of that, which makes our project be more secure as well.
I think I love the aspects or the approach which you guys are taking towards the security. That's really really amazing, and definitely, I mean, community. This is not a financial advice, but I think you guys should look into what they're building because these guys are doing really well. And mind you, whatever I said here is not a financial advice. So please make sure to do your proper research. And now going to the last question from my end before we start taking a couple of these guys sending in emoji and waving. So can you share us what updates should we expect to see in, let's say, in months time, in a month or 2 months? What kind of updates should we expect to see?
Yeah. So um, yeah, we have quite a bit of progress in our like in our timeline. So in the short term, we're looking into launching our DevNet like within very short a month or 2 months, 3 months of time frame to get to DevNet, and our goal is to kind of showcase our product, our blockchain to people, and then later we want to kind of in parallel work on the ZK part of our ZK move part of our project, and we're really excited about that. Then in the future, probably later, we're actually partnering with Optimism to be in their super chain. So we want to be in their super chain network so that there's going to be like exchange from base chain, Optimism itself, and a few other folks. So there's going to be a lot of excitement. There's a lot of excitement there too. And then I'm more excited about the ecosystem growth. We're really putting our efforts. We just hired an amazing. We just got an amazing marketing person, Martin. I think he's in this group right now listening. Really experienced, and I'm very excited about growing our ecosystem. And so I'm really counting on him to do great work. We love self starters. If the team group ecosystem, like people in the ecosystem, want to self start new communities, we want to support that. You don't need our support, to be honest with you, because we really believe in our project. And when you start something with our project, you're gonna organically see the results and the growth yourself. And so we have a few things like on the technical side on pipeline, like we DevNet launch and then testnet launch. We want to do a ZK move, and then to lower the finality of our transactions, and then we want to participate in the super chain, and then we have a few other things in my mind, kind of future potentials. I don't want to mention them into because we're still debating these options. But on the ecosystem side, on the business side, we want to partner with, you know, incubation programs, accelerator programs. We want to grow our ecosystem, get the flywheel of engagement going, and then also already working with some developer ecosystems. We'll look into like bringing EVM compatibility into into our blockchain as well, so that like if you have an existing EVM project, we can bring it over. We have some ideas there, but we'll see how that plays out. And then ecosystem growth, and I think we have a very solid like simple growth plan, and we're just gonna continue executing on those. And like obviously ecosystem people, a lot of like self starters and have already like helping right now. I'm very excited and happy for that. So we're looking to partner with more people in this direction.
All right. That's brilliant. Can you hear me?
Yes, I do hear you.
All right, great. And now we will be moving to the community life question. And thank you, by the way, for that wonderful answers to the introductory section. It was really brilliant. Now, moving to the next segment, which is the community life segment. So, can you check the chat? You will see right on here on the call, you'll see a couple of community waving and reacting. So, can you randomly call the name of anyone, and I'll unmute them or bring them up?
Yeah. Okay. Let me read some of them. Consensus mechanism. All right. Let's start
And
with this one.
you have to
Mhm.
make them live here on the call. I mean, there are a couple of participants waving, so you can choose to make them here live on the call.
Okay. Yeah. Uh, okay.
And just
Let's.
tap on the, when you just
Yeah.
tap on their profile, you should see other speakers, so you can keep the mic. Yep, great. That's pretty smart. So I see Austin. Hello, Austin. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Please, before you ask your question, guys, make sure you must have followed Move Network, or you would get disqualified. So, the rules is that you have to follow the Move Network and you have to follow Talk Lab, and you must have retweeted this space, or you get disqualified. All right, Austin. Let's have your question.
Yeah. What will be the gas token for moved network, and how will you incentivize developer may wants to build dApp on your network, or any type of hacknet we can expect launch with your DevNet?
Yeah, great, excellent, awesome, great question. Actually, nobody asked this question. So the token we're gonna use is Ethereum, and there's a reason why we prefer this. It's similar to what Optimism and Arbitrum does it too. But that's not the main reason. The main reason is that we want to make sure the experience from users' perspective is as easy and simple as possible. So what do people use? Well, they use Ethereum tokens, and on Ethereum, you send over your Ethereum. There's no need to convert right now to pay for fees. You can just keep using the same basic Ethereum fees. So that's what we're looking to like using native Ethereum tokens for the gas fees, just to make it like you know easy to use and not introduce new tokens. You got to purchase, you got to stake, and all this stuff. There's no need for that. We can use Ethereum tokens, and then we charge fees, obviously transaction fees. So that that allows the basically the team to kind of build up, I guess, in the treasury or whatever you call it. So for incentivization, we're actually looking into a few ways of doing this. So we do we are planning to launch a governance token, and part of the governance token is we want to incentivize the developers and also the users. So we're looking into like different ways, and there are a few proven ways that are just good. So we're gonna like I don't want to name them directly because like I don't want to promise right away, but we have some. We're gonna like think about like what the best way to use the governance token, so that there'll be enough incentivization and participation from the ecosystem, and not just but for builders and also the users as well. We want to have incentivization for the users too. But overall, I think initially the biggest incentivization will be for developers and ecosystem creators and that sort of stuff. And yeah, from users' perspective, paying low fees, using a secure chain, those are going to be like the great advantages. We're going to look into our governance, how we can utilize our governance token to incentivize the users as well. Yeah, thanks for the question, Austin.
All right, great. Thank you for that question, Austin. Now, can you pick the next participants
Yeah, let's do it.
at
Let me see.
random? I mean, they don't need to have the blue check. You can scroll down and scroll up, just whoever you like.
Yeah, let's do this one.
All right,
There's so
great.
much control when you're hosting.
Yeah, yeah. So, let's do told. Oh, I don't really want more mayonnaise, so just ask your question.
Tolga,
Okay, merhaba, hoş geldiniz.
merhaba, hoş bulduk.
Merhaba.
Welcome.
I actually want to learn about the product development strategy of the Move network because I see many nice details on the website, and you also talked about, but uh, making those capabilities, let's say, into a product line. What is your strategy roadmap on this regard? Thank you.
Great question, Tolga. I appreciate it. I get excited when people ask me technical questions because I love talking. I'm an engineer by training, so I can talk about, but I don't want to like bore people with technical details. So, but when the technical question comes, that's not my fault. I can talk technical right now. So the question is, what is the product development? So like, okay, we say that okay, we're building in Optimism OP stack, like, but what are we actually building? How are we building it, right? What part of OP stack are we using? That kind of stuff. So let me just make it very simple. OP stack has 4 components. If you look in their code base, and if you follow their structure, their tutorials and stuff, there are four main components. One is the sequencer. Sequencer basically orders the transactions, sends them off to Ethereum, which brings them back, and the orchestrator. The second one is the execution layer. So this is for OP stack, this is the Ethereum execution, so EVM execution. But it could be any execution, but it's mostly EVM execution. The other one is a batcher, which kind of batches the transactions all together and sends them off to Ethereum. So this is more like to write onto Ethereum. And then the proposer, that's when the finality happens. When the transactions go through and everything is done, proposer kind of finalizes everything. So we really we could change all the components. We can make all the components, make changes to them, update them, but that will like create a lot of surface area for us to change. And surface area means more auditing, more security issues and problems. So what by the team, our team basically, we talked about this and then structured in a way to limit our surface, space that we touch, that can like minimize our exposure. So what we're doing is out of the 4 parts, we are only changing mainly the execution layer. We're using the existing other 3 components as they are. And we're building it in Rust. And Rust is a very safe, secure language, obviously, everybody knows. So we're building our move execution. We call it OP move. Actually, Optim is a move, basically, OP move. So we're actually building that component. So we're basically like, everything changes in the Ethereum, like the hashing, the like state root changes because of the transactions that the bytecodes are different. Everything is like the whole transaction is different, but the transaction signature is not changing. It's still an Ethereum transaction. So the signature is Ethereum, but inside the signature, the bytecode is going to be a move transaction. So you send it off, sequencer picks it up, Optimism sequencer, it picks it up and sends. It doesn't know what to do with it. It sends it to the execution, but our executor that we write is going to know what to do with it and store the data correctly and update the state root. And that state root will get pushed onto Ethereum with during the typical like OP batcher and OP proposer. So mainly we're targeting this part. But it's not as simple as I explained. It takes. There are smart contracts that need to be updated that are written in Solidity. There's the fraud proof. We're going to write our ZK move. We're going to replace it with ZK version. So the fraud proof is going to be ZK proof, and so that the finality can be faster. So there's a bit of changes, but the rest of the components we keep them as they are because they are battle tested. They've been running for 3 years, and they're battle tested. They're proven to be like secure. So we're not touching those parts. We're just focusing on the minimum part that we can change it to make it work for Move language. Yeah. Thanks, Tolga, for the question. I really appreciate it.
All right, great. Thank you, Tolga, for that amazing question. Now, can you pick the next participants? We still have three more to go. So, can you pick the next participant?
Yeah, this is going to be random. All right. I see Dominic. Let's see. Hey, Dominic, do you have a question? If not, let us know. We can hand the microphone to somebody else.
Hello, Dominic. You have 2 seconds to ask. If you don't have, I would have to bring you down. 1 and 2. All right, great. Can you pick someone else? I don't think Dominic wants to speak.
I saw Diana's question on the comments too.
All right, great.
Let's see.
Let's have Diana. And Diana, make sure you must have followed the rules before asking your question. Hello, Diana. Are you there?
Yeah, hello guys.
Hello, Diana. Yes,
Hello.
please ask your question now.
Am I audible?
Yeah, we can hear
Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you so much. Okay, my question was almost read before. Okay, can you explain
You
the
have a question.
Did you get my question?
Can you pick someone?
Hello.
Diana has a question.
Did you get my question? Did you get my question? Hello. Am I audible?
Um,
Am I audible?
hello.
Am I audible?
You need to mic.
Hello.
Right. So, sorry about that. I think he needs to fix his mic. Let's have Odin. Hello, Odin.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep,
Yeah.
we can. Wait.
So my question is, can you explain the consensus mechanism used by Move Network and how it contribute to the platform security? That's my question.
Yeah, the consensus mechanism. So for consensus mechanism, we're actually using. It's a little technical, but so the transactions are actually ordered by the sequencer and sent to Ethereum. So which means that Ethereum handles the consensus basically. So really, Optimism, the way it works, the way Move Network is going to work is the transactions are going to be like really going to Ethereum. When we say like move on Ethereum, we don't mean like Ethereum, like something similar to Ethereum. We really mean Ethereum itself. So the transactions really go to Ethereum directly. And like some other like basically I don't want to like trash anyone else, but like some of the projects that claim like say okay we're on Ethereum, but what it means like something that's similar to Ethereum, not Ethereum itself. So Move Network really the transactions are accepted and are sent to the Ethereum directly. So which means that It's the consensus mechanism is basically Ethereum itself, which is like proof of stake, basically. So you don't need to like rely on or creating a new type of consensus mechanism on top of that. So which simplifies the project. What makes these the cost effective is when there's quite a bit of users, the cost is shared among all the users. So like Move Network is going to pay Ethereum fees, but the cost of that is going to be shared among all the transactions. So which lowers the cost of the transactions by orders of magnitude, basically. So that's the idea. But the consensus mechanism, if we just purely talk about consensus, it's basically the Ethereum itself, which is proof of stake. Yeah, thanks for the question.
All right, great. Thank you, Odin, for the question. And next we have Umar. Hello, Umar.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for bringing me up. I was going to ask about the transaction fees, but you have touched on that. However, I would like to know how Moved Network intends to generate revenue. If you could talk about your business model a little, how do you acquire revenue to keep the Move Network running?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, so the revenue model is at least for now, it's going to be transaction fees. So we're going to be even though like we're not introducing a new transaction fee token, we're still using Ethereum tokens. So people will be paying for transactions in Ethereum. So which basically will generate for our foundation. It's going to generate basically revenue. And the more usage obviously gets, the more will be. So the other thing is like some projects charge for bridging and all that stuff. We're not doing that, but the transaction fees are going to generate revenue. We'll keep it simple for now. In the future, we're thinking about potentially decentralizing our sequencers. So OP Stack, Arbitrum, they are very centralized sequences right now. So the sequences run by their team, but we want to potentially like switch to like decentralized. If we do that, we will need to introduce a utility token to decentralize the network, which with a proof of stake, we will like kind of have the participating, people participating in the network will be like earning tokens from their staking, basically. If we need to go to decentralization, we haven't really decided yet, but I think there's advantages to become to run a decentralized sequencer overall. But it needs to provide some value, meaning it needs to we need to at least like make sure that basically transactions go faster, or the other thing actually I should probably mention this is that we plan to have a zero knowledge execution layer, so ZK move. So this needs to like it takes computation. We will it gives an opportunity to decentralize this like execution for ZK computation. That's something like we can probably incorporate and decentralize just the ZK computation part, but keep the rest of the optimistic layer same, but add the ZK component, ZK computation decentralized, where people with their staking, they can kind of earn some revenue, not just Move Network, but also the other people can earn revenue through that too. So that's something we're thinking, but that's kind of the future. But we're thinking about incorporating these things.
All right, great. Thank you, Umar, for that question. And now the last participant. Can you pick the last participant?
Okay, that's gonna be random, but let's see.
Guys, make sure you wave your emojis. Make sure to send hearts.
Yeah, let's get
Guess who
excited.
it is?
And please follow
Yeah,
us on
really, really.
Twitter. I see people following, but I think we can like uh, you know you can kind of share some of our tweets to like bring in more users, and really excited. And in the meantime, I will pick one guy, found one. But really, share our project with others. We really are starting to grow our ecosystem. You'll be kind of very early and leading our ecosystem growth. So very excited for that. Alex, let's hear your question. Let me find another alternative if this doesn't go through.
Yep. Let's pick someone else. I don't think Alex has a question.
Yeah. Alex, let's see. Okay, let's see. All right, let's do this one. So Jay, you're following us, so that's
All
good.
right, Jay.
Hey,
Hello, Jay. Hello, Jay. You can speak. Do you have a question, Jay? So I would give you 3 seconds, and if you don't have a question, we have to pick someone else.
yes.
I mean, our guest will have someone else speak. So I think you should just pick someone
Mm-hmm.
else. Jay doesn't have a question.
Let's see. Bull Run.
Buron, that's a pretty amazing
We
name.
need that right
Hello,
now.
Buron. Yep, definitely. I mean, the entire market has seen a lot, like a whole lot. So we definitely need. Hello, Buron. I hope you come, come make changes. Yep, you are.
Very much for inviting me up to ask my question. My question is that I want to know what are the difficulties and challenges that you have faced during the development of this movement network, and how do you overcome all those challenges? Thank you very much.
Yes, very good question. I'm going to talk like general like difficulties and things. I think like the difficulties were happening in the past, and it's really hard as a CEO. Part of it was that like when biggest one was actually for me was to kind of final nail down what how we're building it, and then it just when we were like looking into different technologies in different ways, like I said, we changed a lot, and there was always something missing. There was just you're building this, but I'm not sure if it's going to work. There was always some problem until we kind of finalized to like our current infrastructure, like using OP Stack, and everything kind of aligned, and it just made sense. But until then, it was quite difficult to find the right architecture because we knew what people wanted, the users, customers, and clients, and everything. We just didn't know how to like deliver that. And when you don't have that, and you just have no idea how to get there, so that was quite difficult. And then just I think once that happened, difficulty right now for a lot of people, and probably going to be for us too, like raising, and the market is a little volatile. It kind of affects everyone's like raise, but we keep our team very small and very lean. That it really allows us to like have a good runway. That really helps. So I really you know don't focus on that too much. But overall, like decision making has been hard. Like telling people that like there's a huge advantage of just using just focusing on Ethereum ecosystem. People like ask you say, hey, why don't you build this and build that? But you have to like think about like what is useful for the customer, what is like better. So having those principles in your early on for me really helped me. So my number one principle was is, and it still is to have no isolation for our ecosystem. So we don't want to isolate from existing ecosystems and existing growth areas. And also, like we're an Ethereum chain, so like emphasizing that has been hard to tell. But once I had those principles, things become easier because I didn't have to decide by myself. the principles were guiding me basically, and that's really helpful in actually in really life. Having principles will that guide you. It's a lot easier to make decisions if like you're trying to do stuff in your life. It's just easier to have principles instead of just deciding every day a new thing. So yeah, those have been a little hard, and then getting the team together, like convincing every team member to make sure, like we have really strong team members, really strong engineers. We just got our like marketing person. He's in this call, and like but the people like feel feel the energy like it's hard to convince, but when you really believe in it, people feel it, and people feel the energy, and that really helps others to like kind of get convinced and join. So I just want to make sure that basically as a CEO, I just want to make sure that the team is aligned, team is working towards the goal, and also not distracted, but also the ecosystem is aware of what we're building and kind of expose ourselves, but without distracting us too much. And then kind of growing and make sure things kind of grow, and then make sure the developer, the team is like building, and everything is getting set. So aligning all of these together is a little it's hard, but because I really believe in this project, people around me kind of help me, which is really great. So that's been really helpful. I would say a lot of things are hard to do, but if you find the right people, they just make it easier for you, and that's what something like I recommend in general. Uh, yeah, yeah. Thanks for the question.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the answer. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. Thank you for joining us, Black. And do you have any closing remark before we wrap it up?
Yeah, definitely. So, like I said, I really believe in this project, and we're making sure we don't like waste too much time. I make sure that we build it and deliver, because a lot of times people like wait and wait just to time pass. We're not going to do that. We're going to launch and show it. But I like the team. I like the ecosystem to be patient with us. We're a very new project. We have huge potential. We're very new. Be patient. Instead of just like requesting things, I would love you guys to start. I want everyone to like start whatever you're thinking of doing. Just start and grow it for us, and it's gonna be all gonna work out really well. So I really believe in this project, and we're not giving up on anything. So the ecosystem, we need help, but we need we need people to believe, not just like ask from us. We want the ecosystem to believe as much as we believe, and things are gonna work out really well. And so we will build the right product. We will evolve, and we will update everything. We're going to deliver. I assure you on that. I make sure we deliver. And we just want the ecosystem to like help us grow us, and help us. Aside from that, obviously follow us to learn more from us on Twitter, where all our hashtags are like, all the tags are like at Move Network. Also Telegram. We just started this Discord channel as well, so follow us there too. But overall, just participate and bring in more people so that this ecosystem kind of grows organically. Yeah, thanks for having me. By the way, really appreciate this space. I really love the excitement from folks too.
Thank you. Thank you, Bella, for coming. Thanks to the Move network, and we would like to have you guys here some other time, probably in the future when you guys are like fully set to have another space. So it will definitely be a pleasure having you guys here in the future. And thanks to the entire community. Thanks for being really active. So that will be all for today. Do have a great day wherever you're joining from, and stay tuned because we have many more AMs coming. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining. Bye.